Alrighty, let's get started with Module 4, Lesson 9, the problem set. And in this problem set, what we're doing is we are using pattern blocks to decompose angles. And basically, it's decomposing angles around a 360-degree axis. So let's get started. Okay, so in number 1, it says complete the table. So we have a pattern block, the square. And how many squares will fit around one vertex? Now remember, when we're doing this, we're doing it around a 360 degree, 360 degrees. So basically what you would end up with would be, if you were to take your pattern blocks, you would have, okay, let's see. Now, you don't have to draw this, but you would have 1, 2, 3, 4 that could fit around this 360-degree axis here. So to answer the question, it is going to be 4. So you could fit 4 along there. Now, also you could see from this fill in the blank here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 angles around there. So 360 divided by 4 is going to give you 90 degrees. And you can also recognize that each one of those is a right angle. So you have 90 degrees plus 90 degrees plus 90 degrees plus 90 degrees. Okay? And then with the triangle, well, how many of those can you fit around a 360-degree axis? So you would go ahead and you would position those around an axis, a 360-degree axis, and when you did that, you would find out that you would have 6. Well, are you sure? Well, you could finish the drawing here. You could try and finish the drawing here, and if you did that, what you could see is that you would have, let me see, well, you would continue this up here, continue this up here, and you'd have all these triangles, and not the prettiest picture, but you would see you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 around the axis. So our sentence then would be 360 degrees, 360 degrees divided by 6, and that's going to equal, well, that's equal to 60 degrees. And then so if we break it down into the sum of all the angles, if you added all the angles together, it would be 60 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 60 degrees plus 60 degrees, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 60 degrees, and that's going to equal 360 degrees. Okay, and you do that for the next one, which is our hexagon. Now, if we look at our hexagon, we can only fit 3 of those around a 360-degree axis. I'm not going to draw that one for you. You can get pattern blocks and check it out yourself, but there's 3 of them going to fit around the axis, and so that's going to be 360 degrees divided by 3 is equal to, well, what's that divided by 3? It's 120 degrees, so it's 120 degrees. So we have 120 degrees plus 120 degrees plus 120 degrees. Okay, and go ahead and try the rest of them on your own. Now, let's just look at the parallelogram for a moment. With the parallelogram, you have to recognize it has acute angles and it has an obtuse angle. So it's how many of these, if you were to put this around we're going to set these up all around an axis of 360 degrees. If you put those around, well, you could probably recognize that if you were to cut this in half, it would look like a triangle So how many did the triangle have? Well, the triangle had 6 of those. So we can pretty much tell that we're going to be able to fit 6 of those around the 360-degree axis. So again, we'll use our sentence, which is 360 degrees divided by 6 is equal to 60 degrees. It's the same as a triangle. And the sentence will be the same. So go ahead and pause the video and finish up the chart. Alrighty, how'd you do? Well, that last one, the little skinny mini parallelogram, that one you could fit 12 of those around the axis. If you look right here, you fit 12 of those around the axis because it is a skinny mini parallelogram, and it's only 30 degrees. So 30 times 12 is 260, and then we break it down into our addition sentence. All right, let's go to the flip side. All righty, welcome to the flip side. On here, we have to find the measurements of the angle. So we have angle measurement we're looking for here, the whole total angle measurement of ABC. So we're looking for angle ABC. And well, we know, what do we know? Well, we know that this angle here is 90 degrees. It's a right angle. And then we know this one from looking at our triangle work that that's going to be 60 degrees. So now this is 60 degrees. So basically, what do we have here? We have 60-degree angle plus a 90-degree angle. And that's going to equal 150 degrees. So our angle measure is 150 degrees. So use the information on our chart over there on the other side to figure out this next one, DEF. What does angle DEF measure? Let's go ahead and write that this is angle ABC, and now we're looking for angle DEF. And then the last one, we're looking for angle, whoops, we're looking for angle HIJ. All right, so go ahead and pause the video and see if you can figure those out. All righty, how'd you do? Well, if you look at DEF, we have the hexagon, which we said that angle was 120 degrees, and we have the triangle, which is 60 degrees. So 60 plus 120 equals 180. Now, if you look at C, we know that we have an angle that's greater than 180 degrees. Oh, by the way, DEF, this is also known as a straight line, straight angle. Okay, and then for HIJ, we know it's bigger than 180 degrees because we know that the hexagon is 120 plus this right angle here is 90, so 120, so 120 plus 90, and we have 210. All right, we got one little section to go here. Squeeze it on down to that section. And we're going to use 2 or more pattern blocks to figure out the measurement of the angles indicated. So we have to figure out angle L, angle O, and angle R. So angle L, well, we can fit in there the triangle, so that's going to be 60 degrees. We could also fit in the acute angle on the parallelogram, so that would also work there. And now if we look at O, well, this one, for the first one, we could fit the 2 skinny ones. So if we wanted to have, it says we have to have 2 or more pattern blocks. So we can't just put the triangle in there. We'd have to put the skinny parallelogram in there and do 30 degrees plus 30 degrees equals 60 degrees. Okay, 2 or more, it said. Well, on this next one, we could put, let's see, we could put a hexagon on part of it, so that would be 120. Okay, we could put 120. And then when we do that, when we put that there, we find out that we have 90 degrees left, which is the square. So we could have the hexagon plus the square, and that's going to give us 210 10 degrees. So this one is 210 degrees. Okay. That one is the same as the third one we did in problem 2. Okay, and lastly, it looks like it's a little bit more than 90 degrees, but it's 120, but we have to put more than one block there, so we could do it several ways. It is 120, but we need to put two pattern blocks there, so we're going to go ahead and put the square, which is 90, and then the 30-degree skinny parallelogram, and we end up with 120 degrees. Well, there you go. That didn't seem too bad. Well, that's your problem set. Now all that's left to do is your homework. So let's get to it. Homework time. Well, wait a minute. Still at school. Wait till you get home. Homework does mean homework. Catch you next time, folks. Psst. Video's over. Get to work.